Welcome to this collective message. I'm going to do some shuffling live here for this reading, tuning in, seeing what wants to come through for you today. What does the universe want to share? I have some oracle cards here as well, and I'm getting a sense here of a lot of recognition of the trainings that you've been through, like just the progress that you've made thus far. You might be, if you were to compare yourself to where you were 2 years ago or a year ago, even 6 months ago, just like really seeing here an evolution of self coming through in the initial oracle cards here before we dive into the tarot. So coming through here, we have immerse yourself and we have thank you with gratitude. So these cards here speak about like deep soul initiations and trainings, and it can also represent, like in the physical world, completing a master's, completing a degree, some type of formal education as well. And appreciation for that process, because it really does take discipline, and sometimes just naturally in life it can just be the next thing and the next thing and what am I doing with this, or how much more progress can I make is what I'm hearing here. And that's all great to obviously utilize what you've learned and what you're passionate about. And we also see here this relaxation and compassion and activation is what I sense, particularly within the heart chakra with this rose quartz type of energy. This activation of self-love. Yes, this activation of self-love coming through of just, wow, oh my goodness. Even if possibly you might not have thought a couple years ago that you would be even capable of doing what you have done or coming through what you have come through personally, professionally, take it as it resonates for you. So I see this just kind of falling into self-relaxation, reflection, noticing. And if you feel called as well, we have a book here. So if you feel called to write some of this down, I'm seeing an image of you sitting with yourself from a couple years ago and having a conversation, almost like, wow, okay, like I used to think about things like this, or I dreamed about that, and now I'm here, and like I'm seeing a dialogue here through writing with a past version of yourself, which is very beautiful, and this providing some activation and self-realization coming through there, because then we have this energy of shifts and changes. From purity to ice, we have the winds of change. So we're coming from water here into air. This can indicate a time of rest, a time of restoration of your soul, of your physical body, into a time of movement. This can be movement of ideas within the mind, and this being the air element as well, it can indicate travel by airplane, moving home, like this type of frequency here with the change. So it's in a sense here, I get a feeling of self-reflection, coming to the end of that period of reflecting and preparing for movement and change. And I feel like that's kind of why this information might be surfacing for you at this time, about how far you've come just before you make like a shift or certain things start to change. And this can be in multiple areas of life, as I've mentioned, or just one area. Possibly you're preparing for a promotion, a new job, or a move in location. So this is kind of the universe giving you a heads up. This is why these thoughts are coming through. This is a great way to prepare yourself as these shifts and changes unfold. Okay, so let's dive into these tarot cards that jumped out here as I started out this message. Okay, so yeah, super nice. All right, so we're starting off with the Six of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel here like this is showing, again, this type of winds of change. We were getting that moving to calmer waters as a confirmation here that where you're going to, like where the universe is guiding you, is I'm hearing just like higher paying job, higher frequency energy with this graduation type of feeling that I get here that I was explaining before and tuning into. It's a feeling of I don't have to worry about those previous like restrictions. You know, for example, if you had a certain type of paycheck and you had to navigate your life in a certain type of way, and I can just see you on the boat there just with this like regal wave, like, okay, bye. I don't have to deal with that anymore. So it's like moving to calmer waters, and I feel such a light energy with that, and also just an awareness here, there's someone being left behind. And I'm still laughing when I say that, you know, I probably shouldn't be, but in a sense it's just coming through as an indicator here for some people, a message coming through that not everyone is coming to the other side or moving through this portal with you. You know, you might have to leave coworkers or certain people, situations that aren't moving to that next chapter. So that's just if you've been sensing that, you know, trust your intuition. If you've been sensing that some people are just not gonna go on the boat with you, that's okay. We have the Page of Pentacles, which gives an energy here of just daydreaming. You might be as well getting some new, fresh ideas, some evolutions is what I'm hearing with your projects, particularly within the physical world, like ideas for a home space, a construction, kind of lifestyle you want to live in, and kind of project you want to bring into the world as well. Like I'm really sensing materialization here. With the Page of Pentacles, this particular card is a little bit of a dreamy energy. And coming through with our previous oracle cards here, I'm sensing that you might be getting quite a few downloads of information, of how to navigate things or how to build things at this time here with the Page of Pentacles. Again, with the grounding recommendation that I'm sensing with this is to write things down, document things that you're thinking about as you move through this transition. It's kind of like you're moving from one reality into the next, and with you energetically moving into that new reality, you're accessing different types of information. You might not have like the physical means or all the pieces to like actively buy a house, for example, but you can still start to visualize what that house would look like, how you'd like it to be. So it's pointing towards that stage of the manifestation here. As an awareness of, again, you know, it's like the universe is really coming in here with positive support to just prepare you through this stage in your process. So visualization, writing it down, getting those vision boards going, this type of energy is what I'm sensing into here. I feel like your spirit team are coming in here like cheerleaders, you know, is the type of frequency I'm getting for our message today. All right, so as well within the tarot, we have the Tower card. So significant change here, repeated. And yeah, this Tower card always speaks to me in different ways. It has a lot to say. But ultimately, you know, we're picking up on that change energy. And because of this kind of like stark change between the ice and this, it is also giving that frequency of like, whoa, wake up call, wasn't expecting that. So kind of get a sense here, like, you know, you might just be relaxing, enjoying, reflecting, and then you get like an email and it just, oh my goodness, you know, changes everything. You're like, okay, wow, now I'm going over here, I'm doing this, and So it's in a sense like it's a positive change here from what's coming through, but it is seeming kind of sudden. For particularly here with this card, I do sense like living spaces, that's been coming up frequently here, having a shift in your physical location, particularly here with this Tower card. So just a heads up, you know, it's like you've from what's coming through here, you're fully prepared. You're likely quite intuitive from what I'm sensing here. So you're noticing the signs, like you can tell this is kind of coming. This is just like a confirmation of what you already know is what I'm picking up here. And further, you know, to give more insight into this unfolding here, we have the Three of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Empress card. So this is giving me an overall message that like plans are coming together here with the Three of Wands. And with that message, I'm getting like a funny, kind of story in the sense, like I had this going with someone who was building a house and we kind of jokingly said back and forth to each other, like, yeah, it's coming together. You know, every time we'd have a phone call, I'd get an update, like something else had been built, or, you know, and it's kind of like a consistent mess, but it's like an evolving mess. And there's this clarity of like, okay, this is where it's going. So I'm getting this kind of feeling of sometimes like possibly along the journey for you, it's been feeling like, okay, I feel like it's coming together, but then there's all these different shifts and like unexpected changes here with the Tower card. So that story is just coming into my mind in a sense of like really trusting that things are coming together. And with this, it's like a feeling here that I get that over time you have been building this trust so much more with yourself, with your spirit team, with the universe, that like the plan is coming together. Trusting your intuition with the fire element as well, like trusting your soul purpose, that you will be supported along your path, and in a sense here, that's why I'm getting that your intuition is picking up on an unexpected change, but it's not that like terrifying, because it feels like you've been through this a few times where you've trusted unexpected change, and it moves you to the next chapter, and it moves you to the next and the next. And so yeah, I get experience with this kind of progress. And this is coming through here with the 10 of Swords. So this just shows here like a completion. I'm strongly getting from what I'm picking up there is like a completion of self-doubt, of worrying, limiting beliefs, particularly here, just not getting through. It's like you're solid here with this. You're solid that the plan is coming together, that what you envisaged is manifesting in your reality from the trainings that you've been through, the challenges, the achievements, the triumphs here that we're picking up on with the training. I'm getting a sense that it's like you are ready. You have all the training. It's like you might have had this vision for a couple of years, quite a long time, of a certain way that you want to live or a certain project that you want to do, and it has felt unattainable in the past because you weren't trained, like you didn't have the skills that you needed. And now you do, is the feeling that I'm getting here. So with the 10 of Swords, it's just like the final completion of any limiting beliefs that you thought in the past, clearing out here with the Empress card, which is, just giving me this feeling here of like imminent birth. The Empress she's just like has this really peaceful look on her face here, and it's just like, I get this feeling of trusting in divine timing, preparing, listening with pregnancy and, giving birth. It's like listening to the baby's timing as well as the mom's timing, and just sinking into that, and also connecting here with nature, the circadian rhythms. This all really helps with, because there's both like a process of trusting divine timing and also moving things along. And that this is shown so much at the end of pregnancy, because sometimes the pregnancy can go on, a little bit too long, and then birth needs to be stimulated, so it's kind of like a give and take. And this is so true as well for projects and things that we gestate, things that we bring into this world, that sometimes I get a little bit like when I see videos or I read books, things like that, have conversations with people where people are like, just trust in the divine timing. And I'm like, yes, and there is an and there, because there is divine timing, but also if we lean too much into that, like backwards, okay, I'm just gonna like allow it to happen when it wants to happen, then things can stall, because we are controllers in a sense, like we are active manifestors, and we can stimulate things when they're ready to move forward. So it's that like self-reflective process of tuning in. Okay, am I ready to move forward, or does something need to happen for my plan here with the 3 of Wands to move forward? Some days it might be that feeling of, okay, I just want to, Page of Pentacles, daydream, write stuff down. Some days absolutely nothing. And other days are, winds of change days, where it's like everything's moving and there's lots to do. So it's kind of in a sense like, yes, trusting in divine timing and continuing to tune in is what I get here, because there's a lot happening. So overall, like this final message is just like this kind of relaxed but aware is what I get with this. Being relaxed but aware at the same time for any shifts and changes that are happening. It feels like here what is shared is like you're right on time. You are right on time, which is wonderful. And yes, you've come so far on the journey. So enjoy these shifts and changes. You're 100% prepared, and your spirit team, the universe, are definitely supporting you with these last steps, or with this process, with this stage in the journey that you're in. Amazing. Wonderful to share these messages with you. If this resonates, do like this video and subscribe to join this community. Always love to hear how these readings land for you in the comments below as well. And yeah, sending you an abundance of love and light.